The Rangers started aggressively today with David DeLucci opening the game with a double to right field. 2 batters later, Mark Teixeira was up there trying to produce. Swinging a line drive, base hit down the right field line. DeLucci around third base. He'll score easily as Swisher comes up throwing, and after a turn of about 35 feet, going back hard into first base is Teixeira settling for a single, and a run batted in as the Rangers are quickly on the board 1-0 here this afternoon. Heron then bore down, and through the 4th inning, he allowed only another hit and a walk. Meantime, Chris Young, the 6'10" right-hander, was keeping the A's from making any serious threats. They had leadoff men on in the 1st and the 2nd, got nothing out of it, again in the 3rd, and finally, through 5 innings, they had only 2 hits and 3 base runners and hadn't really even sniffed scoring. The Rangers were able to make it 2-0 after a great play in the 5th inning by Bobby Crosby ended a threat when Heron had a leadoff single and a 1-out walk to put 2 on and bring up Michael Young, and that's when Crosby came up big time. Bouncing ball up the middle, taken by Crosby, sliding behind second, steps on the bag, acrobatic throw, double play! Holy Toledo! What a sensational effort by Crosby. The ball splitting the middle of the diamond over second base. He went into a one-legged skid behind second to grasp it, got up, stepped on the bag, and threw low at first where Johnson scooped, and the inning is over, and the threat dies in the top of the 5th inning. It stayed 1-0 with 2 out in the 6th inning, though. Things took a bit of a turn with Soriano getting into a 3-1 count against Heron. Soriano had hit several balls hard in 2 at-bats today, all foul. This time he found the right range. Drive to left. Hard hit, hooking down the line, and gone! A line drive home run by Alfonso Soriano over the 330 mark just inside the pole. His 22nd of the year, and a 2-out thunderbolt makes it 2-0 Texas. After Young retired Kotze to start the 6th inning, he had set down 10 consecutive batters, but then Bobby Crosby made a statement. Swing and a drive to right. That's slicing away from Hidalgo. That'll get down. One hop to the wall, and Crosby legging it for second is in standing with a double. The second A's batter to reach second base today. Well, with the very few opportunities the A's had before, opportune time for Eric Chavez to chip in. Chavez lines it into left field for a base hit. Crosby rounding third. Minch comes up throwing. There'll be a play at the plate. The throw, the slide. Save! Chavez cuts the deficit in half. It's now 2-1 Texas. Minch's throw sailed to the foul side of the plate, bringing Barajas about 5 feet away from home plate. And Crosby slid it inside. There wasn't even a real tag attempt available for Barajas. Young then got Hatterberg and Payton on pop-ups, ending the 6th inning with a 2-1 lead. And the oddity today is that Young achieved 18 outs through his 6 innings, 15 on fly balls or pop-ups, only 2 ground ball outs, and 1 strikeout. Teixeira at first had only 2 putouts in those first 6 innings of play. But the Rangers kept moving in front and giving the A's a challenge. Hidalgo was up in the 7th inning with 1 out as Heron had now gone over the 100-pitch mark.
As Heron turns and fires the 3-2 pitch, and it's a drive to left center and deep, and Kotze is just going to watch, and it's a 2-run ball game again. A deep blast to left center just below the sweeps out there by Richard Hidalgo, and now 3-1 Texas. And that's their 2nd home run today.
Young lost the strike zone on Dan Johnson leading off the 7th, issued his his 2nd walk and his last one of the day. Then he turned to face Nick Swisher.
Swisher waiting. Young fires. It's driven to left center. Up the alley. Nobody's going to catch that. And that goes to the wall. Johnson is around second. He's going to third. They're going to try to score him. Here now they hold him up. The throw by Soriano comes to the plate. The hold to throw at third as Barajas' throw to third is bobbled by Blaylock. And getting back to third is Johnson. Into second is Nick Swisher with a 2-base hit. And the A's have second and third and nobody out.
Buck Showalter went to the bullpen for Doug Brocail, the veteran hard-throwing right-hander, to face Marco Scutaro.
Pitch is driven to center deep enough to score the run. Matthews back there to make the play. Johnson tags at third to score. Swisher goes to third with a dive safely, and now it's a 3-2 ball game, and Swisher's at third with one away. A line drive sacked by the center by Scudero. Alert base running by the A's. Johnson was going to score easily, but Swisher read it well, got back to second and tag, and motored to third ahead of the throw. And now with one out in the bottom of the seventh, it's a one-run ball game, 3-2 Texas.
Jason Kendall, the toughest strikeout in the American League, again went down on 3 pitches. A great effort by Brocail. He got Kotze to ground out, and the A's still were that one-run shy that seemed to be the story of the afternoon. In the 8th inning of the ball game, Justin Dukeshire, who had gotten the final 2 outs in the 7th, came in and got 2 outs in the 8th, but then Ricardo Rincon was brought in to pitch to Hank Blaylock, the left-handed slugger. The third baseman of the Rangers hit one out of the ballpark, but foul outside the pole in left field, opposite field. But with an 0-2 count, changed direction entirely.
Swung on and ripped down the right field line deep. Going back, Swisher, he's going to watch, and it's gone, and Hank Blaylock with a solo home run to dead right field. His 18th round tripper, and now it's 4-2 Texas. Every time the A's get within one, the Rangers make it a 2-run lead again.
Will the A's ever catch up? Well, as it turned out, they made inroads again with Crosby singling to open the 8th inning, and Eric Chavez coming on to do his part.
The 0-2 pitch, and Chavez at the ground ball to the hole. Soriano can't get it. The ball hits off his glove. Karam's in the right field. Crosby's around second, going to third. And yes, indeed, it's a game of inches. And the A's have runners at first and third and nobody out.
Scott Hatterberg next up was able to get the run home, but by hitting into a double play which broke the back of the rally, left the A's a run down, and Payton fouled out to end the inning. So still we were in that mode of will the A's ever get the run to catch up. Houston Street was to pitch in today's ball game, but he would follow Rincon and Jay Witosik. Witosik came on after Rincon gave up the home run to Blaylock and got the Rangers out in the 9th inning. So it was up to the A's to keep the game alive in the 9th or go home or go to Anaheim with a split. And Dan Johnson, leading off in the 9th inning, struck an important blow. Hard shot. Right through Teixeira down the right field line for a base hit. And it might be a chance for 2. Johnson around first. On the way. Sliding. Head first. The ball goes on by. He's safe. It's backed up by Mensch in short left field. A vicious line drive that handcuffed Teixeira and tore on through him. Scored as a double. He slowed it enough so that it was a long run for Hidalgo to get to the line and make the retrieval, and Johnson took his shot at 2 and made it. Mark Ellis went in as a pinch runner for Johnson, but was still at second after Switzer lined out to center field. So now with just 2 outs to use, Scudero is due up, but Adam Melhuse, the backup catcher, who had a pinch double to start the 5-run 9th inning rally yesterday, came off the bench to pinch hit and hoped that Francisco Cordero, who had started the inning, would not be able to achieve his 22nd save of the year. Fans hoping against hope here for something good to happen with Melhuse and the A's. Down 4-3 in the 9th. 1 out, runner at second. 3-2 pitch. Swung. Deep drive. Right field. Way back. Off the base of the wall. Here comes a tying run in. Melhuse has done it again with a run-scoring double, and we have a tie game. Holy Toledo. Bobby Kelly went in to run for Melhuse, hoping to be the winning run. As it turned out, that would happen 5 innings later. Kendall was hit by a pitch for the second time today, and with runners at first and second and only 1 out, prospects looked bright for the inning to end the game. As Mark Kotze came up but lined hard to short, where Young caught it, and Kelty, breaking toward third, was hung out to dry. A double play, and on we went to extra innings. The A's had only 1 threat until the 14th, and that was when they had a single to open the 11th inning, but nothing came from that. They also had a single with 1 out in the 12th, and a double play line drive to the pitcher ended that. Meantime, the A's bullpen saw Houston Street pitch shutout ball in the 10th and the 11th, though he gave up a couple of singles in the 11th. And then Joe Kennedy came on, worked the 12th, and in that one gave up a single, but later a double play off a line drive was the inning-ending play. In the 13th, he gave up a single with one out. A single to lead off and another with one out. And with runners at first and second, Kevin Minch, power guy, if ever there was one, was a good candidate for the Rangers.
The 1-0 pitch, a ground ball to the hole, short to his right. Crosby, backhand play, second one, relay first, and they get the double play, and that was fabulous. The ball wasn't that well hit. Crosby had to go to his right, and whipping the throw to second. Mark Ellis was turned in the middle, and the A's get a sparkling 6-4-3 double play on Kevin Minch, and that ends the Rangers' opportunity in the top of the 13th. And we go to the bottom half. A's 4, Texas 4.
And incidentally, as far as the pitching was going, Kennedy was going to be in there, as it appeared, for a long time, and he had to stave off another threat by the Rangers in the top of the 14th after the A's failed to take advantage of a two-base outfield error in their half of the 13th inning. In that 14th, a Crosby error opened the inning, and then Kelty made a sliding excellent catch on Hidalgo. With two out, DeLucci singled, and Matthews, who was the runner at first, went to third. There he was with the go-ahead run, but Michael Young lined out to center field, and the tie prevailed going to the bottom of the 14th. Bobby Kelty at the plate from the left-hand side, which is normally his less effective side, against Cameron Lowe, who got behind and then threw 2 strikes to run the count full. Swung on, cracked into deep right center field. It's going to take a long ride, and it's gone! Bobby Kelty wins the game and wins the series with a solo homer leading off the bottom of the 14th to right center field. And the A's are back within a half game of the Rangers. They take the series 3-1. Kelty, flaming hair exposed, jumps into a pile of waiting athletics around home plate, and they go into a brief victory dance as the A's reward the long patience of the fans this afternoon with an extra inning victory. The final score is 14, A's 5, and the Rangers 4. It's time to head for that charter and head for Anaheim as the A's look to open that series against the Angels tomorrow behind Kirk Saarloos against Irvin Santana at 7:05. And Robert Vaughn will bring you the scoreboard right after this.